I was in Kandahar with the Canadian Special Operations Regiment, and it was, I think, the second Christmas in a row I'd been away from my family. And one of the great pleasures about being a military chaplain is you get to go where your troops go, and you get to be with them through some of the most difficult times. And I think one of the most difficult times for soldiers is to be away from their families during significant holidays or significant anniversaries, and Christmas is probably one of the hardest. And in a sense, it's also the same for the chaplains. As much as we really want to be there with our soldiers, there's a sense that their families are still at home, and they're still, passing through Christmas without us. And as I said, this was the second Christmas for me. And the journey over hadn't been easy this particular Christmas. There was bad weather in Toronto, there was bad weather in Frankfurt, and all of the stops seemed to put us that much further behind. And when I got to the staging base, it was to watch my tactical airlift take off over me, which meant I was stranded at the staging base right up until Christmas morning. And Christmas morning, they finally got me onto a tactical airlift and into Kandahar, from whence I could stage to where our troops were. But I was still stuck in Kandahar, and I didn't know these soldiers, and these soldiers had their own chaplains who they'd worked with and who loved them, and even though I was very much a part of the body, I kind of felt like I wasn't with my family at home, and I wasn't with my unit family, so I was kind of stuck in the middle and feeling really sorry for myself. And one of the things about being with that regiment is nobody knows when we travel, and we sort of move very quickly and very quietly, and so really nobody within the branch except my immediate supervisor knew where I was that year. But somehow Peter Coffin found me. I don't know how, and I don't know, how he sort of figured out where I was, or where I wasn't, as it turns out. But he figured out I must be somewhere there. And on Christmas lunchtime, as I was sitting there feeling sorry for myself and alone, my bishop walks in to the mess hall in Kandahar city, or in Kandahar airstrip, and all of a sudden I wasn't alone anymore. The Anglican family was with me, and he stayed with me, and we had coffee, and finally I was able to get to where my own unit was for that day. But that being found struck hard, and it stuck hard, and it's something I can't forget.